guys, welcome to another video on Bansi May, and I am May, and today I wanted to tell you about something I really love and something that I hope and I think would help a lot of you or people who see my videos and are very interested, especially in my decolonization series, because this book is basically all that and more. It's a book by Marimba Ani and it's titled Yurugu. It is an African-centered critique of European cultural thought and behavior. If that title alone doesn't get you going to get this book, and it's actually an old book, I don't even think it's new. It's like, how old is this book? Oh my goodness, this book was first published in 1994. I was like, how old by then? I was like 6? No, I was like 5. It took a long time. The author said that she spent, Marimba spent, I think it was 7 years researching for the book. So the book is like on anthropology, political economy, and sociology. It's about Africa. And she writes Africa with a K, so you know she's real. And I have a bookmark like this one. I don't know if you guys know. It's like from Ugandan tree bark. We use this material a lot in Africa, in Uganda at least. I don't know other places. So I have that, like with the African continent, as my book. You know, I gotta get fully in this mood of reading this book. And yeah, it talks about philosophy, it talks about values, it talks about, what else does it talk about that you guys will be interested in? It talks about Christianity, it talks about religion, it talks about behavior towards others, it talks about all these things, aesthetics and power and the power of symbols. Like, it just, oh my god, like I could literally just shut my channel down because everything I would want to talk about is basically in this book. So if you just get this book, you won't have to see my face anymore. No, maybe I could go like through the book. I don't know, like I could do that. I guess I could do that. Because it's an amazing book. So if you're really interested in all of those things, in like reevaluating the world from an African-centered perspective or any other perspective other than that what is called the norm, I really recommend this book. Formerly colonized people, I think, would really appreciate such a book because what happens after colonization is often really taken too lightly because the process of colonization was very strategic for the most part, and it was very deliberate and it was very organized. But however, the process of decolonization has almost been like a side hobby, you know? There hasn't been a lot of focus on making sure that we decolonize all these years of conditioning and brainwashing, especially of African people. And as an adult now, I'm realizing, oh my goodness, there's so many things that I thought were so normal that were not normal. And if I ever want to be deliberate about my decolonization, about my freedom or liberation, I have to be as deliberate and strategic as the systems that placed those things upon my people. I feel like we almost feel bad or weird about taking such things seriously, about whether it's decolonization or black liberation or black pride or all this stuff, because we feel like they're threatening. And I think we feel they're threatening because we have internalized white supremacy to a certain degree. And so they're threatening because in a way we found our space in white supremacy, in a system of white supremacy, and we feel like to question that is to question our places in that space. And also maybe on another degree also, questioning comes with responsibility. Because the more you question, the more you will find, obviously. And the more you find, the more you have to act on what you've found. So I understand that that can be very daunting, or like it can be like, oh my goodness, that's too much, and maybe subconsciously you avoid that. Anyway, back to the book and away from my psychoanalysis, I guess, of us. Because it's African-centered, because it's someone saying all these things you kind of have felt under your skin but never really knew how to articulate or never knew how to piece the understandings together. I mean, she talks about a lot of things that you learn mostly at school and through European thought, or like just, I don't even think they call it European thought, they just call it education. But education always has a purpose. And you have an agenda to some degree. So you have to understand, is this agenda for me or against me? And this book kind of, for me, has gone through all those things I've learned in conventional education and like questions it, but from an African-centered perspective. So I'm still like to read all of it. I read it for the first time while I was writing my master thesis, but I didn't read everything because I had to read so much other stuff. But like, this was one book on my reading list. I was like, okay, whatever I do, I have to get this book. And I'm so happy I got it, and I wish I had the hardcover because I wanted to stay in my family forever. And I want like to pass it on like to my younger siblings or like to my, I don't know, my friends and such when I'm done with it, because it's a powerful book. I mean, let knowledge light the way, my people. Let it light the way to our freedom. Because this book, you would think I'm getting sponsored by this book. I don't even know the author. I wish I could, I mean, like, I know her because I've geeked about her and read about her, but like, I wish I could meet her because, oh my God. But she has done a great collection of work, and I would really encourage all of you out there, if you can, even like I think there's a PDF online, you can get the PDF and start reading from there. And if you're committed, or if you really like it, get the book and support the author, obviously, because you and your mind and your life will thank you for it. Anyway, that's what I wanted to share. I don't even know if this counts as a book review because I didn't even go through everything. But like, oh my God, I think I'm still in the mindset of like making my videos very short, so I panicked for a second there. I'm like, oh. Okay, give it a check out, and I'm gonna see you guys obviously in my next video. I hope you're well and you're good.